Florida Supercon here at the Broward County Convention Center in Fort Lauderdale. Fantasy Super Cosplay Wrestling, FSCW. There's not an FSCW unless we have Aerial Monroe.
You know it. You know it.
Now, tell us, because you're making a transformation this time. So now...
I am. This is something different. A little storm action, actually. No more Vixen.
No more Vixen. So how do you feel? How do you feel about changing from Vixen to Storm?
I love it, actually. It's, you know, it's a more recognizable character. So I feel that when I come out, people are going to be like, oh, it's Storm, instead of having to guess like, oh, wait, which character is that? So, excited.
Favorite cartoons?
Favorite cartoons? Ooh, Sailor Moon is my #1 favorite cartoon. I love Dragon Ball Z, love Powerpuff Girls. Yeah, those are pretty much my top 3.
I didn't mean to interrupt. I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna kick her butt tonight.
That's right. Now Storm's gonna get it. It's revenge time. Storm's revenge. Video games. Do you play video games? And what video games when you were younger you liked, and what do you like now? What do you?
I love all genres of video games. Right now I do a lot of first-person shooters, but I still love the classics: Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, Genesis X32s. I love it all.
We're at Florida Supercon, so of course we have to continue with the Florida Supercon type questions. Favorite superheroes and/or favorite villains?
Favorite superhero? Well, obviously Storm and Superman. Only because I just started getting into his backstory, and you know how he was like Kal-El, and you know came here to Earth, and it's interesting. I like the backstory, so those are my 2 favorites right now.
You like when they have some type of history to the character. It's not just a character that.
Some history. And villain, I love Loki. So that's my #1. He's my go-to. Like I wore my little Loki stuff when I went to go see the Avengers. I'm like, everybody, you can have everybody else. I'm here to see Loki. That's it.
Halloween.
Yeah.
Halloween time. Ariel's favorite Halloween costume that you've worn, young or present day?
My favorite actually is when I dressed up as the singer Aaliyah. God rest her soul. Like I did the whole like Tommy Hill figure, the baggy jeans. When I had long hair, I had the part and the sunglasses, and yeah, that was my favorite.
Do you still have a picture of yourself dressed up like that for Halloween?
I mean, my mother does, but
so we're gonna see that on social media?
No,
or not?
Never. And Mom, do not post that. So just never.
Now, Vixen, Storm. Is there anyone else you would like to dress up as in cosplay? Whether it's for this or just even in dress up fun.
Let's see. No, not really. I mean, why go any further when I have pretty much the 2 most powerful women like of all time? Like, no one's beating Storm, and I'm gonna prove that. No one's beating Storm ever.
I believe it.
Yeah, you should. You should. It's the truth.
Favorite wrestler to play in a wrestling video game?
My favorite wrestler to play would be Sting. Sting would be my favorite wrestler to play. Yes, I love him. Because man, when I get that bat, I feel like I'm him, and I'm like, yeah, you guys are gonna get it.
WWE 2K video game series. You've played the game?
Yes.
Do you remember the first time you played, who you played as?
Oh my gosh. It would have to be WWF like No Mercy. And I remember picking Hulk Hogan simply because, like, you know, he lived in our neighborhood, and I was like, I'm picking him.
You went local. You went local because that's in the Tampa Clearwater area, right?
I was a maniac back in the day, and I love like Macho Man, and I was like, yes, I wanted to be them, but I was like, I can't. But then I became them. In a sense, became a wrestler.
Have you and your husband play wrestling video game against each other?
We have, and he has beat me every single time. Like, I am not good at those games, but when I do lose, like, I have to put on Call of Duty or like Tony Hawk Pro Skater to redeem myself. Like, yeah, I've played your games, now play one of mine and see how it feels to get shut out every single time.
Is he a playable character in the video game?
Yes, he is. He is a playable character.
So have you and or him played as Cedric Alexander.
You know, that's the first thing he did when he opened up that video game. He's like, I'm just playing myself. I'm playing myself. I want to see what's on there. I want to see what gear they have there. That's his go-to. That's his go-to. He plays himself. I didn't pick him because I want to pick somebody else.
You wanted Sting, you wanted Hulk Hogan.
I wanted to beat him. Literally, I wanted to beat him.
Undertaker. That's the one.
That's what I should pick next. And maybe I'll get the controls. Maybe I'll feel the spirit and actually beat him.
Social media for Aerial Monroe.
Aerial Monroe, you can find me at Twitter at Aerial Monroe. You can find me on Instagram, Aerial_Monroe, and Facebook, Aerial Monroe.
That was fun, and you're the best.
You're
Thank
the
you.
best, Jim.